Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Before I hand things over to Matt and let Matt do all the talking and the chatting, I am going to jump in with some announcements, like our other programs on this channel, such as tomorrow night we're continuing our playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn. Come and check that out. It's a good time. Then, of course, we have on Wednesday, that's the day after Tuesday, yes, I believe it is, we have the League of Amazing Adventurers as our party, thanks for the sub, Crystal Calf, as our party continues to journey through Castle Salagoza, and as they face off with the Frog Moth at the beginning of the next session. Then on Thursday, we're off. Go watch Critical Role. Then on Friday, we have our D&D 5e show. It's called The Calling Chronicle. They're going into a white dragon nest that was hunted to extinction. But before they do, they're being attacked by some mammoth riders who are hoping to murderize McKenna's animal companion.
They're coming for my baby.
They'll regret it.
And she's so fragile. Please come help.
Then on Saturday, we have more Salt and Sorcery, where you can see me continuing to make my way through Elden Ring. I'm making good progress, wouldn't you say, Matt?
Yes, though I'm still maidenless, Will. I'm still maidenless.
I know, I'm sorry. We're all maidenless. But, Matt, we will do the quest line that you were looking forward to on the next stream. And I purposely saved our scary girl quest line until then, just for you, so that you could see it. Then we have on Sunday, we normally be playing not for broadcast, but with the state of the world, I've decided that I need a little bit of a break from that game. So we're probably going to play something relaxing, like a farming sim, maybe some Slime Rancher. Y'all want to see me ranch some slimes? We'll come and do some Slime Rancher. And please do not at me about how cramped the slime's pens will be. We will be optimizing it.
Will, are you making a factory farm for slimes?
No, I'm making an optimized farm for slimes.
You need to know that that's a red flag. You have to know.
It's not. It's going to be like 8 slimes in the pen. They can hold up to 12.
So animal services.
There's 4 slimes.
Slime services.
Slimy boys.
Knock, knock, knock.
Open up.
That time we got reincarnated as a Slime Rancher. Oh, that's what I'm going to call it. Yeah, that's the name of the stream.
So, chat, do you know how villain points work?
Yes, chat, if you've been watching this for a while, you might notice that you have channel points. You can use those to redeem hero points and villain points. There's only 1 villain point available to stream, and Mark's already given it to Matt. But there are up to 10 hero points available for the chat to give to our party. I'd recommend giving it to our spellcasters, as I really only use them when I'm about to die. Which has happened a fair amount lately, but hopefully I continue rolling well this evening.
I'm also sorry to say, chat, and don't check, but the hero points are broken tonight, so save them for next week.
Wait, are they?
Don't check.
No.
I'm going to check.
No.
Don't check. You can trust me. I would never lie to you.
Oh yeah, they are broken.
Are they? Oh,
yeah.
I was right. I'm psychic. Or technopathic?
Oh,
Technopathic.
Can you redeem them? Could someone redeem a hero point to tell me if they work?
I could, but I am so close to hitting 200,000 channel points, and I just want to see that big number.
Fair enough. I'm checking now. Give me like 5 minutes. That's fair.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
Thank you, Crystal Cat.
That worked.
Oh, it works.
Okay.
Legally, we're supposed
I wasn't
to say.
lying. I mean, I was. Never mind. It's not important.
Interesting.
Anyway, we're good. Thank you for making sure that works. For some reason on my end, the API wasn't letting me redeem them. So we have that done. Those are all of our big announcements. Those are all of our small announcements. Probably some farming sim on Sunday. because I love me a good farming sim. And yeah, I'll hand things over to Matt. You can do introductions, then I'll roll the intro, and we'll do a last time, and then we'll get right into the show.
Well, thank you, Will. Of course, I am Matthew. I am the DM, Urbanoff with various places on the internet. I'm here to lead this cavalcade of characters. We are playing Strength of Thousands Adventure Path, which follows a group of students at the magical school, the Magambia, in the Milwaukee Expanse, as they both learn more about magic and themselves, and friendship, but also about the mysteries that seem to be deepening in the Magambia itself and the surrounding city. But speaking of mysteries, the mystery of just how she comes up with such amazing outfits every week, Zoe, you're muted.
I'm muted because my cat is an angry girl in the background. But hi, everybody. I'm Zoe. I go by Zosie Pose on the internet. And I'm playing Ophelia, who's into farm sims. No.
I've put too much time into this game.
Hard. And wants to accrue the hearts of everybody at Magambia so that she can have a giant mob of disposable friends. No, just kidding.
You say you're kidding.
So that she can hand out glow wands so everybody can dance with her and have a wonderful time and she can de-stress everybody. That's why.
Sounds good. And speaking of hearts, the kind of things you pull out of people when you're in a cult, Will, who are you playing?
I'm playing Igara, Gama, and Choco, my lovely Gripply, their frog summon, and their other animal companion fun times. I don't know what else to like. I don't know. Igara's like that toxic gamer guy who like gaming his entire personality, but instead of gaming, it's like being a cultist. Yeah.
I have nothing to respond to that with. And now it's a palate cleanser, McKenna. Who are you playing?
Hi. I'm playing Avi, the Nyctera Witch, and have a little new lighting setup, so keep that.
In the club.
That's my announcements for the week.
And our newest addition to the group, fresh-faced and still full of hope, Erin, who are you playing?
Well, I'm playing Aerith, of course a cat person. You might have heard Bob at the beginning of the stream.
You love to hear it.
Yeah, you love to hear it. I'm blaming everything on him, of course, as usual. Yes, I'm excited to join today's stream. Isn't that right, Bob? You're gonna learn to keep your big stomach shut from now on.
Sounds painful.
Yes, good. I'm just
All
kidding.
right.
I love him very much.
All right. Well, that takes care of character introductions then. Try not to get 3 screens at once. Will, why don't you go ahead and roll that intro?
To answer your question, Crystal Calf, I've already beaten the first boss. We've felled 2 Elden Lords on the stream, and we're working on the 3rd right now. I am somewhat okay at this game. Mainly because I have Matt coaching me.
I am doing very little, and also I would say also you are doing a magic build.
Yes, and?
Nothing. That's it. So speaking of magic, when last we left our magical students, I'm just pulling your leg, Will. They had been investigating what is called the Hababe building, which was a seemingly disused building and storage kind of building on the campus. It used to have a small lecture hall in it, some storage rooms, and like maybe an alchemy lab, but hadn't been used the last few years. And the Anandi students that the party had gone to talk to, who had previously been saved from a wild griffin attack, used to hang out in this building, and they said that occasionally they thought they had seen some strange lights in like a window, but never seen anyone come in or out. It was a little unusual. You guys investigated the building, overcoming several challenges, including terracotta soldiers, giant snakes, a wood golem, which very nearly was the death of the party. But you guys both exploited its programming and employed some clever thinking, including a very clutch summon, which brought some more fire damage, which was the only thing that was seemingly effective against the golem. You guys have gathered a little bit of loot, and you also found a somewhat mysterious alchemy lab, which you couldn't quite suss out the purpose of it, because while there were lots of instruments, there were lots of potions and materials lying around, something seemed to be missing from it all. Yes, Will?
I do have a question about the alchemy lab. Did we find any hidden links?
No.
Okay.
No, but we did find alchemy supplies, and I made a bomb.
And sadly, that bomb ended up not getting used. It was
Not
going to be
yet.
great. It was going to be great unless you rolled a 1 where you would have dropped it on your foot. But you guys then finally went through the last door to this and found just a couple guys hanging around the room. Not a very tidy room, got some trash piles, but they had a table set up. Yes, Will killed the danger noodle.
I did not kill it. Someone else rezzed it. It's fine.
That's fair. You just
You
beat
killed
him
it and
into
someone else
unconsciousness. You guys found some dudes hanging out, playing some dice in a room, and you were very rude to them and started interrogating them with no reason, and so they decided to defend themselves. No, actually, they were acting really sus, and the characters passed some important tests to like, no, you guys are acting sus, and knowing that their cover was blown, the suddenly hissing men leapt at you guys, and we are gonna dive right into a combat situation. Though actually,
We were gonna change our
Yes.
positioning because
So,
a
I'm
number
gonna
of
ask-
us were.
I'm gonna ask you guys a question here, and I want you to respond honestly. So you guys opened this door, you found these gentlemen in here, and you started talking to them and asking questions. How would your characters have positioned themselves to do this? Would you have just stood in the doorway? Would have you walked in to get a better look at them? Or would you just, like, Scooby-Dooed around the corner of the door like, hello, hello?
I would have Scooby-Dooed the hell out of those guys.
Then please position yourself in the Scooby-Doo formation.
Scooby-Doo, Bebop, Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. Oh, did you go
Scatman.
all the way in?
Yeah, I
Huh?
would have. Igor would have gone into like fully like. Well, actually, it would have probably been.
Although Squeal would have
Squeeze
been
the bird
like,
through the door.
Yeah.
he goes in, I have to
That's-
go in because I can't leave him by himself.
It's like a dark version of Big Bird going through a door that's slightly too small for him, but he gets through anyway because it's all feathers, really, and the feathers can just compress easily.
Yeah, but basically, Igor would have gone in to take a position where.
Choco is actually a medium-sized creature, but the feathers are what give him the size of a large creature. If you got him wet, he would return to a medium-sized creature.
No, if we get him wet, something terrible happens. I also can't feed him after midnight.
I understood that reference. Wasn't it Hulk Hogan in like Gremlins 2?
I don't know.
Oh, Zoe's PC has crashed.
Oh, that explains why Zoe is frozen.
We've got her frozen, staring very suspiciously at the camera.
All right, well,
In fairness, there's a lot to be suspicious about.
We are suspicious. Okay,
all right.
everyone-
So I'm going to roll initiative, and Matt, you have one
Yes.
mission tonight, and that is kill Choco.
Why?
What is this voice in my head telling me to murder
Also,
things?
he's the DM. You don't tell him what to do.
I know. Guys, chat. Can we stop with that joke, please?
Boo.
Oh wow! I just saw that chat. No. And let's be honest, it's not chat. It's Mark.
I'm sorry. That's so fucking funny. I don't know what y'all are on.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
having
wait.
a wee giggle over here.
Stop with that joke ever. Fair enough.
Oh no!
All of our stuff got broken because Zoe disappeared.
Matt, we're going halvesies on Ophelia right now.
There we go. I'll go to the RP version. I'll go to the 3-person version so it doesn't look weird. And my internet's unstable.
You guys even have different character things. Wow, you guys are all both single digits. I'm disappointed in you.
I got a 27.
No, I didn't. No, I'm talking to my guys.
I got an 8.
I'm okay with that. I'm. Oh.
They rolled high single digits, an 8 and a 9. That's about as.
So as a reminder, Aaron, just because you are new to Roll20 again,
Yes,
in rolling initiative, you'll want to select your character token first, and then click initiative. That way, it'll throw it up on the initiative tracker. We have time to get this right, as we're still waiting for Zoe to make her way back downtown.
Okay. So,
Walking fast.
this is pass, and I'm homebound.
Exactly.
Whilst we're doing that, I wanted to actually gauge chat's interest in this. So, there are some fun things that I want to do on this channel. Like some fun, like, little nerdy game show type of things I want to do. Would that be something interesting? Like, if we did, like, a just talking stream where it was literally just us messing around, having some fun, doing, like, a little bit of, like, maybe, like, a little quiz show related to, like, Pathfinder or some other stuff. Would that be something that interested you? Let me know in the chat below. And if you're watching on YouTube, let us know in the comment section. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And check out our Discord.
Check out our Discord, which I will get an invite to.
And with a flash, she
Right
returns
now.
in a
Because, like, I have some ideas. One of them would be an anime one, and I think that would be very fun. I have, like, a Fate quiz show in mind that I would want to get, like, Matt and Rose on for sure.
Are you having trouble finding initiative, Rose? Or Aaron?
Where's the token? That's what I'm
Your
looking for.
token is over here in the corner.
It was under
Okay, that's right. Okay, I thought I clicked on that actually.
Yeah. Oh, I think you did. I think you got it.
Join us.
Sorry.
Yes, join us on our Discord. Come and waste an hour or two. Diddly do.
Diddly do, join us. Leave your fields of flower. Join us.
How long does the
I played
summon
that
for
part
the
in 8th
sprite
grade.
Oh wait,
last?
yeah, I'm not sure why I did that. Forget it.
And I am just going to quickly get...
Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
So, Aaron, you rolled a 21. All right, I'm going to get you on the
Yes.
board there. I don't know why it didn't put you on the board when you rolled, and I'll just change whatever this roll is to your 21 that you actually rolled.
Okay.
Which is too bad, because I actually rolled better.
Nice.
Oh well, it's close to no cigar. It's fine.
Alright, Matt.
I don't know why that's done.
And I'm going to let you deal with the initiative counter entirely.
I think that's wise.
Yep.
All right, descending.
The measuring tool looks different.
Yes, there is an update to Roll20's UI chat, so if we're a little bit slow on that, just a fair warning, I apologize.
What is this?
Don't forget to check out the library lore channel in the Discord, where you get to see possibly now the sunk ship of Girl's Valentine story.
Oh, sorry. That's a lie. I'm not sorry.
You hussy. Anyway, so yeah, at the top we were going to start with Ophelia, and Igra, you will be on deck next, as the saying goes.
All right. I thought we were just having a normal conversation, but I see knives in there now, and I hear hissing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get this started.
Now imagine if you guys had opened this door while the golem was still alive.
Right.
Oh, God.
What precisely are you
How would we
threatening?
do that though?
I'm just saying, you gotta be careful with stringing encounters together, guys.
Leading encounters, yes,
That's
we
true.
know.
That screwed us
Learned our
up.
lesson the first time.
So I'm gonna get Bard Song up. We got Bard Song up. And then Frangipans! Let's go!
I knew I
gonna
should
do
have stayed outside.
something.
I knew I should have stayed outside. Making food for everyone, that's fine. I knew I should have stayed outside.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll work.
Never meant for the golem to come and attack us. I almost died.
Colors
I know.
in there. Let's see. It's a 15-foot cone. And the range is not correct on here because I'm assuming it's not 120 feet.
Mm.
That is ridiculous. But there's a big bird in the way, so can I even do anything?
Yeah, you can see through allies, but what are you trying to do, sorry?
15-foot cone of a color spread.
Okay, that you probably don't want to do because cones will hit several of your allies.
However, if you were able to
Can
move up 5 feet, you could put the cone so that the edge would be like this. 15 foot would be like that.
Cone is 2 actions probably though, so she'd have to do it next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So
But-
what I could do
Go on.
is throw a sound burst in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that instead. And yeah.
Yeah.
Because how big is? I can't see the whole room right now.
Oh, right. We have line of sight activated on here.
Yeah, but you could probably put it like here-ish.
Can I throw it at the wall?
Kinda.
Like,
Yeah. Could put it there and get. Them. You have line of sight from there to there.
It might be hard to get the guy in the back without getting Gamma. Oh no, okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, 10. Which square are you measuring from, Will? This one?
I'm measuring from this corner because they've now added
Okay.
that tool. If I snap it from center, it changes, so we'd have to go. It would be
All
impossible.
right. So what do you do? What are you doing there?
It would get everyone in the room there.
What's the plan?
wherever it goes, where it doesn't hit Gom.
Okay, so you're doing the sound burst.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can she hit more than one, or is it just the one?
It
Maybe.
would just be the one.
Okay. So throw it up there in the chat. That sound burst. So that's a basic saving throw of 20 on fort. Okay. Where is their fort save? I made it exactly. So half damage. So that would be 8.
9.
Thank you for Bard Song.
Thank you, Bard Song. Thank you, Dan.
So that will be. Okay. All right, so that was Ophelia. We are on to Igora, and Aaron, you will be up after him.
All right, Gama's going to stride to there with one action. And then belly bump. I can't see what I just rolled. 29. Flat-footed.
29 on this guy.
Yep, flat-footed.
That is, even with flat-footed, it is not a crit.
Okay.
It is a definite hit.
So 10 points of sonic damage.
I was so scared. I was like, if this guy has an AC of 30, we're so fucked.
These are demigods. No.
10 points of sonic damage.
Pardon?
10 points of sonic damage to him then.
All right, 10 points of sonic damage.
And then I'm going to use my last action to command Choco to give Choco 2 actions. And then Choco is going to beak the Oyo. 17 to hit.
So,
no, 18 to hit flat-footed.
So just so I understand, Will, you did one action for him to move, one action for him to attack, and then the third action to get 2 actions on Choco, right?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
The
All
action
right,
economy is in my
and
favor.
that beak does not hit.
So 18 flat-footed will miss.
Yes.
Okay, and then Talon, and that will also miss. And that is my turn.
All right, Aaron, you are up. You are kind of out of sight of the room. You're in the corner there, possibly, hyperventilating or
Oh, totally.
finding your courage in a fur ball, maybe.
Oh, definitely. Consulting to Bob, even though he doesn't speak.
Bob's tugging on your ear, like, come on, let's do this.
Right. Since I'm out of sight, I know I probably am very, of course, chicken, not wanting to attack. Although I want to see if, of course, this hasn't failed me before, but some sort of magic that I could probably detect, or I want to say like a sort of, I'm not sure because I'm just so out of the way of the door.
Well, you could just move directly to beside Ophelia there, where it says like A4, and
Right.
then just launch a cantrip at these guys, zap them if you wanted.
Right. I was also thinking about that. I might go ahead and actually move right where.
Oh yeah, I keep mistaking where the health bar is for the door. So you do have a direct line to the one that's standing here who hasn't been attacked yet.
Okay. Perfect. Great. I would like to actually take the initiative and cast Scorching Ray to go ahead and.
I think you might be out of Scorching Ray. I think we
I-
used all your.
Did we already
Bless
use it?
you.
Is it a level 2 or level 1?
It's a level 2.
Yeah, I think we used all your level 2 spells last time.
Okay, never mind. So let's go ahead and. Alright, so these are level 1 except for these 3. And then magic missile. Let's just go ahead and, you know what? Benefit of the doubt. Let's go magic missile.
All right. Do you want to use all 3 actions?
I'll do all 3 actions.
All right.
Okay.
And I'm assuming you are attacking the guy who's right there, or the one
Yes.
that's okay.
Did I do one? I didn't hear the sound go off.
Yeah, you did one. So if you like, you can
2,
press it again.
3.
And yeah, third one.
There's
All right. So
perfect.
this is good, and these all auto hit because it's magic missile.
And they all have +1 added to them for Bard Song.
So that is going to be a total of 3,
13.
and then 4 for 7, and then another 5 for 12. Oof, that's a pretty good hit.
Spicy.
Perfection. Spicy.
He certainly feels that, and all the damage seems to go through. They don't seem to have any resistance to all these different kinds of damage you guys are doing. Yeah. All right. So that brings us to the one in the room, who is going to kind of hiss angrily, and he's going to turn and look at Igora, and he kind of does that thing from The Lion King where there's swirls in his eyes. And he's going to look at Igora and says, "Take your friends and go find a teacher." Or no, hold on, hold on a second. I have to phrase this very carefully. Okay,
Well,
no, I can suggest a course of action, because he's going to cast a level 4 spell, Suggestion.
23.
Ooh.
Okay. We're gonna I hadn't told you what I was going to do yet. Okay, you succeed.
We're on the same page here.
Alright, he just sighs, and he's just going to stab. Can he stab you, or I guess you're over there.
I mean, I occupy the same space as my bird, so if they're adjacent to the bird, they're adjacent to me.
Okay,
So they can stab at me.
He's gonna sigh at the annoyance of you getting around his spell, and he's just gonna suddenly kind of lunge forward with his neck and try and sink his fangs into you.
All right, Ka.
21.
Hits.
All right, so that is going to be 8 piercing damage, and I need you to make me a fort save as you feel the wound
Should be
burn a
able to
little bit.
heal. Give me 1 minute just to deal with the damage.
Sure.
And a fort save. I have no idea what I got. 21.
21. That is a success. You managed to shrug off the poison, not by a lot, but...
Enough. Okay, so if it's
All
not by
right.
a lot, I'll assume that that was the success. So I got a 9, so I have a little bit over a 50% chance of succeeding those. Cool.
Yeah. But we go to the second guy who's in the doorway. I don't think he can see Ophelia. Will, would you say he can't see Ophelia? It's a tight corner at the
It
very
depends on
best.
how the door opens, Matt.
That's a fair point. You know what? I would say no. I'd say actually he's behind the door.
Okay.
Then. Just unfortunate for him. But he can see you probably. So
Frog's going to
he's
tank.
also going to try the thing. Take your pets and find a teacher.
23.
I thought he
Wow.
said take your pants for a second. I was like, Matt, where are we going
Little
with
do you know, I don't wear pants. I'm only wearing a robe.
You know what? That's fair.
Oh, you're not wearing pants?
I've never been
What kind
wearing
of-
pants. I'm a
In England,
frog.
that
Here's
has a
an
very
important
different
important question. What kind of pants could a frog theoretically wear with all
Mickey
all
Mouse
those
shorts.
legs going on? Maybe like 80s like shorty shorts, like the dolphin shorts. Do you know
Another
what I'm
6
talking?
damage from fangs.
That
Well,
will hit.
give me another fort save.
As I'm getting bit by these things, like fangs. God, what are you guys? Snakes or something? It's like my natural enemy.
And as
23.
Ophelia's panicking because you're not
Is
wearing
that the
pants.
third 23 in a row you've rolled?
I
That
see.
was a
Okay, so
22,
my
21.
strategy, Matt. My strategy worked, Matthew. My strategy worked. If I GM a game before it, I can keep the GM luck while I'm playing.
Okay, remind me just to not attack Will and completely ignore him. All right, that brings us
It's
to
working.
the sprite, who I don't think you maintained last turn, so is gone.
I think it is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not sure exactly how long it stuck around anyway, because I think you guys searched that room previously.
We
So,
heal up.
but that brings us to Avi, and Ophelia, you'll be up next as we return to the top of the round.
Okay, I think I am going to cast Needle of Vengeance on this guy. The one to the south. So if he could make me... Oh, I want to say it's a will save.
To this guy down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basic will.
Has some interesting hair.
He fails! Alright, so every time he makes a harmful action against Igora, he takes 4 damage. And then I'm gonna target the both of them with a little electrical arc.
Ooh.
Spicy, 10 damage.
11.
Sounds like a good idea.
11.
As I can hit
11
both of them from
damage.
here.
Thank you, Bard Song.
Mhm.
Oh. Also, Matt, fun thing I discovered today.
What's that?
Well,
Is that
so
your
is-
turn, Avi?
Yes, but they need to make saving throws.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I suppose I should just give you that damage. All right, so...
I mean, if you want to just give it to me, I'm not gonna complain.
First
Damn
guy,
it.
Takes
he
6.
makes it. And
Well,
I
he
don't
takes 6.
Yeah. And I'll roll the other guy. This is a reflex, yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, he
Takes
fails.
the full 11.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is gonna
The Tempe is just not having a good day.
be... Nope.
He must have been losing their game.
All right, now it's Ophelia's turn.
Or winning, and he used all his luck.
Yeah.
Winning that game.
Comma.
Instead of fighting us. Well, snakes.
He made his choice. I don't feel bad for him.
All that good stuff. Alright, we're gonna keep up Bard's song. We're going to Forbid Ward Igora against... We're gonna do 2 Forbidding Wards. Can I do that?
Yeah.
As long as they're against different targets.
Catnip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 1 against one and 1 against the other. Boom, that's my turn.
Okay.
Fast.
So,
Igra, you are up.
All right. Striking belly
Aaron, you'll
bump.
be up next.
yes.
Striking belly bump from Gamma for the first action on Oyo. Natural 20
Ooh.
for 20 points of damage, of sonic damage.
Okay. All right. Next.
Second attack.
So just like the
Oh no, it's still Will's turn.
so Will's turn. Never mind.
Yeah.
Just go ahead.
Second attack will be a good old froggy kick to this guy's back. That will miss. And then I will command Choco to give Choco some actions. Will Choco continue to kill steal from Gamma? Let's find out. 14 will miss, and 12 will miss.
I think you tempted fate with that comment, Will.
I did. That was the whole point of it.
You were wanting to fail?
Oh, I was wanting to tempt fate because I wanted to try calling my shot.
Yeah, that doesn't work though. It's like anything but a 1. Never say that.
Valid.
Yeah.
Either way, that's my turn.
All right, Aaron, you're up now.
Perfect. All right. So it didn't feel me before, but I would like to detect some magic behind whoever we are facing. If there's anything else that we should be worried about.
All right.
So I would like to go ahead and do that.
Okay. You detect magic on these two gentlemen, and you detect what you think is some illusion magic.
That would make sense, since they looked non-snaky when we came in here.
Very interesting.
I mean, they still look non-snaky. And yet they're lashing out and biting you and making hissing sounds.
Okay, interesting.
Bite fangs and all that stuff.
Okay.
We
Very
just have terrible oral hygiene.
Ew. Then we should
I mean, are y'all really going to call
We're
yourselves out
making
like
it
that?
your problem. All right, you got one action left there.
Yes. And then I would also like to cast Electric Arc, since that was a pretty good
All right.
idea the last round. Here we go.
All right, that's pretty good damage. That's going to be a reflex save. We'll start with the closest guy, Matembe.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to...
9
Wow, he whiffed that one. Natural 5. So
Yeah.
he will take the full 9 damage, assuming Bard Song is still up.
Oh, I think unless Oyo critically... Oh.
Matembe, you are going to take 9 damage. That'll bring me down to some math. And then Oyo, who's looking pretty rough.
Ooh.
That's much better, though. It's still not a critical success. So he is going to take, I guess, 4 damage.
5. Bard Song.
I was calculating that. It became 9. Half goes back
yeah.
down to 4 anyway.
Brain
So.
at work.
And unfortunately, for me, that is enough to take Oyo down. He only had 3 health left.
Oh.
That brings us to Matembe's turn. Though actually, hold on a sec. Oh, hold on.
Does the illusion dissipate when they die?
Well, here's the thing. Detect Magic was 2 actions. Electric Arc is 2 actions. We had 1 too many actions there.
Yeah.
So, forget you guys know anything about illusion magic. And we'll just assume the Electric Arc was the only thing we did.
Valid.
Because that's easier to take back.
That's fair.
On Matembe's turn, though, he decides and looks directly into the camera, I'm going to extend this combat unnecessarily. And he snaps his fingers, and now there's 4 of him.
Oh, fun. That's
Somebody
awesome.
that knows how to do what we know how to do.
I don't appreciate that.
Terrible.
What does he do with his last action, the coward?
He's going to try and bite that delicious-looking frog.
You know
I
what?
wish I had a pot of boiling water.
I'm really happy that I picked to be a frog person.
22.
I'll
It's okay,
take
Bob, he's
the
not hungry.
11.
11 piercing damage. And give me a 4th save, froggy boy.
Froggy boy.
What is your AC?
Just to give chat context, My constitution is an 18, and summoners are experts in fortitude saves, so I have a plus 12 to this.
Good at resisting poison. Avi Avi, it is your turn.
You know which spell doesn't give a fuck about mirror image? Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
He's behind the door.
I have line of sight on him in roll 20.
Yes, but the door opened, so it's in front of him.
But then how could I target him with electric arc last round?
That was my mistake. I'm not going to do it. Don't worry about it. You know what? I'm starting to think now that in future, just because of how annoying it is to keep track of, I'm just going to assume all doors are sliding doors.
All doors are sliding
Yes,
doors.
they're like the little screen doors.
This is a magical kingdom with sliding fantasy Star Trek doors.
I agree.
I mean, they can be barn doors.
They could be barn doors. They could be rice paper doors from Oh
yeah.
Where's
15.
Where's Kiara from? What is that country called again? Tian. Total of 15. Including Bard Song?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was enough by 2 points.
Thank you, Bard Song.
Yes, and now that they are unconscious, these guys are revealed to be serpent folk.
Interesting.
Well, we only really need one of them alive.
We need them alive?
They bit you.
I mean,
Are
yeah,
you
but
okay?
we should
Several times.
We should question one of them. Are they dead, Matt, or are they just unconscious?
They will be dead soon. They are in the process of dying. They have been riddled with force holes. Don't think about that.
I mean, we can let them die. I'm okay with that. Blood for the blood frog, but you know.
Tie one up. Do you want me to? Should we heal one?
Yes, abuse the corpse.
I can have a healing one. Which one? Pick.
Don't let the DM manipulate you.
Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Ophelia. We can probably get just as much information from their corpses as we could from their talking.
Putting another tick in the evil alignment column.
I know.
No, autopsies can tell you a lot about the things that you fight.
Are we murderers?
Are we the baddies?
Yes, we are murderers.
Well, they swung first.
Technically, they shot first.
Look at the blood on our hands, on our paws. What will we say?
Because the decision rapidly becomes moot, are you guys choosing to resuscitate any of them, or are you just going to let them bleed out? Like, they did attack you. This was a combat situation, and it is kind of a quick thing. It's not like you stood there and watched them die. Really, it's just like you didn't leap in to actually heal them. I'm not going to guilt trip you guys that much.
We just all form a circle around them and just watch them bleed out.
It's everyone else's.
Imagine that perspective as the darkness slowly fills.
I leave that decision to the rest of the group. I am on the side of blood for the blood frog.
I'm now creating a blood frog, Will. You may not like him.
You're welcome.
Mommy, what do you think?
I think maybe we need to let sleeping snakes lie. Cause my hands are very small. I can't tie one up quickly enough. And maybe we just take them to Teacher Hot and we say these mean people were hiding in the room and attacked us, which is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
That's my vote, but you're free to do whatever you want. You're the one with the healing magic.
Okay.
I mean, is there speak with corpses in this game? Let's find out.
Let them.
There's speak with dead,
Let them perish.
but I'm pretty sure that's a divine spell.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
I don't think so because Nim doesn't have it. Might be a cult.
Might be a cult, actually. Yeah, it's more spooky than anything. All right. So yeah, you guys are left in the room with these two sneaky folks. What would you like to do now?
Can we do some investigating?
Well, I mean, if they're dead, do they have anything on
Yeah, if you guys want to give me a perception check.
All of us?
Yeah. Anyone who wants to.
Wow, look at all of us.
Look at both of the familiars nat 20ing.
Which is sadly kind of a waste because it actually turns out the two things to find in this room don't have a DC.
No.
I'm like, why don't they have a DC?
Sometimes it'd be that way.
You find two things in the room. One of them, under one of the piles of trash, you find a locked trapdoor.
Ooh.
It's got a pretty heavy padlock on it.
Interesting.
It would require either a thievery or an athletics check just to rip it off.
Ooh.
I have a +8 to thievery.
Athletics.
And keep in mind,
Thievery, yes.
depending on how you choose to apply the athletics check, a bad fail in an athletics could render further thievery checks more difficult because you have messed up the lock.
I am not a buff frog. I leave this to you all.
Give it a thievery check try.
You certainly can. That is a course of action you may attempt.
24?
All right, so you hunker down there with your little,
Tiny little hands.
nicotary things.
She just like sticks her hands
You
straight.
take out what is to you like a short sword, and to everyone else is like a toothpick, and just click, 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 and then pop, pops right open. You open up the. Well, do you open the trapdoor then?
I look around and say, "Do you think we should take a look?"
No.
Okay.
Can you just wait, give me like 10 minutes before we open this door, please.
Fair enough.
All right. While you guys are doing that, the other thing you find sitting in a trash pile, just sort of adjacent to the trapdoor, is a Warcaller's Chime of Destruction, a level 4 magic item.
Oh, gee.
The Natambu Chime Ringers created these magical chimes to aid in their defense of their city. Each chime is made from elaborately carved wood, depicting the nature of a given chime's power. This is a 2-action activatable item. Effect: you ring the chime, unleashing its magic. The specifics of each chime, as well as the activation's frequency, if any, appear on the entry below.
This is the chime of destruction?
This is the Chime of Destruction.
Okay, I will just bring that up.
A series of shattered mountains are carved into this chime. When activated, you touch the chime against an unattended object, casting Shatter upon the object, ignoring the object's hardness if it's 6 or lower. You can use this charm once per day.
God damn.
That's a pretty cool little thing to have.
You could have
Yeah.
broken the lock with that.
Cool.
Shattered the golems?
No, it's not
Awesome.
an unintended object, unfortunately.
Oh, an unattended object. Yeah. So this is more like if you need to get through like some small barrier or something.
Like a lock on a door.
Ooh, what do you
But yeah, you guys can spend some time healing if you want. I'm gonna remove or clear the tracker.
I think I'm the only one who took damage in that fight.
I took damage the previous fight, but
Well, that was
I
before
should
all
be fine.
doors in the realm were suddenly changed into sliding
Here,
doors.
Robbie, have 17 health.
Thank you.
Anyone else need to be topped up?
I'm so annoyed too that I was really hoping that suggestion would have worked. That would have been fun.
The thing about summoners is that they're
Opening the door?
experts. Yeah, let's open.
At will and fortitude?
Yeah, they're experts at will and fortitude.
Good to know.
Interesting.
Reflex, I'm terrible, but will and fortitude, you good.
I'm gonna have to start actually paying attention to what checks you guys are bad at.
Okay.
I know him.
Can I
So-
make a cast to detect
scale-
secrets and do a little perception check by the trapdoor to see if I can maybe hear something underneath it?
Sure.
Witches
Yes.
scale will and reflex. Bard scale will and reflex.
Maybe a
Wizard
23.
scale reflex.
23.
Will.
You do a nice little circuit of the trapdoor, you know, tapping your chin, thinking carefully, looking around.
The location.
Nothing seems out of the ordinary. You think this is, now that it's open, it's just a trapdoor.
Okay. I'm gonna open it. I'm opening it. And she
Okay,
opens it.
Don't fall in.
I imagine you would have to use 2 hands to open it.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's like a full body like.
Yeah.
Can Gama subtly help her?
No.
Okay.
Just pick
Just
up.
like subtly, just like just ever so slightly help Avi lift it.
She's okay with it. You open it up, and let me just double check this what it says. God, they have so much text for the various responses these guys could give to you.
Guys.
The cramped passage beneath is lined with undulating teeth. No, that's not true.
We found the Sarlacc pit.
The cramped passage beneath just seems to lead down into what appears to be kind of darkness. There are some sort of rough handholds carved into the dirt and stone walls of it.
Mm-hmm.
I grab one of the little bits of trash, something relatively lightweight, cast a light on it, and drop it into the hole.
About 15 feet down, it hits ground. Just solid ground.
Just ground?
Yep.
Okay. Hey guys, there's a hole.
Do we want to go in the hole?
You see anything else down there?
It's just kind of a hole. There's some handholds.
I'll just say there's a whole lot of darkness down there.
I wanna go down there.
I'm good for darkness. I can see in the dark. I don't. How are you guys with?
I would also like to point out, though, just as a heads up, Will, because this is a cramped passage, you will have to do a lot of
Squeezing.
weird kind of things to get poor Choco down there.
That's fine.
Plus, I'm not sure
Guys.
birds are very good at climbing ladders down.
Just letting you know, I read about this film, As Above, So Below, and you know what? I don't think that's a great idea.
I mean, we could just so here's the thing. It's what, 15 feet you said, Matt?
15 feet down, yeah.
Like, I could patch Choco up from that fall damage if we had to. It's okay.
Okay. If Choco was okay with going in the hole.
We're sure that there's nothing down.
God damn it, Mark.
I haven't heard anything.
You.
Wow. Only I see, Mark. I don't think I could picture you making this kind of jokes in person, like at a society.
God,
table.
imagine Mark
Cat
doing
has
this
done
at like
terrible
game.
things to you.
Imagine Mark doing this at game night.
Oof. Oof.
I think it's delightful.
You know what? Just because you guys do seem to be debating about this a lot, I'm just gonna skip ahead a little bit because there is literally nothing down this passage, and eventually you go down it, you find another one leading up a distance away, and you just pop up in some shrubbery near the banks of the river that surrounds the Magambia.
Oh.
Wow. We're so...
Yeah,
No,
and you
that
realize
wasn't so bad.
this might have been how people have been getting into the building unseen.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
We find anything around the banks?
Give me a perception check.
Nice.
Well, that's initiative. It's fine. It's the same number. And Choco.
Ophelia, you and actually Aaron as well. You find what appears to be the faintest little bit of tracks leading away, but they kind of person may have gone up onto some rocky terrain and the tracks are lost. So one may have been here recently, but there's very little to go on.
I guess it would be feet, not... Right, yeah.
Right. No, that makes sense. All right. Okay, I think we hit every room in that building. I think so.
Well,
Let's go tell Teacher Ott.
I
Or
thought
do we tell...
Oh, right.
Tell Teacher
Jitembe.
Janatimo.
Janatimo, thank you, yes. Yeah, you guys can report to Janatimo if you like.
Avi, Aerith, Ophelia, do one of you want to ride on Choco so you don't have to walk?
Sure.
Can all of us fit just fine?
I mean, Avi and one other person could fit fine. So if you two want to ride on Choco, I can just walk.
You know what? It's fine. You guys can go ahead and, have some elbow space. I can just walk on all fours. Then I proceed to just kind of start to walk on all fours.
Ophelia, do you not want to have to walk?
Yeah!
Side saddle, though?
Thanks, Choco.
Oh, of course.
Straight up.
Alright, so, yeah. You guys just head for Janatima's office?
I think so, yeah.
Alright. So, yeah, he listens to your report, finds it very interesting. He asks a lot of pointed questions and the like, and taps his chin very thoughtfully and makes some notes in a couple different notebooks, it seems. And he thanks you guys for your work, and he's very proud of you. You handled that very well. It seemed like it was a very dangerous situation. He's gonna speak to some of the other teachers, and seems to be like, we seem to have a problem with abandoned buildings on the campus, just
And
becoming
tunnels.
lairs and traps for students. So maybe we should look into that.
This is
And
like the
tunnels.
second or third one.
Yeah, so
Tunnels.
it should be noted, you guys also did note that this was a very different kind of seemingly dug tunnel. It wasn't like one of the insect ones.
Yeah.
This was
But
like,
still.
bootleggers kind of tunnel.
But teacher, this does raise an interesting worry in my brain.
Oh, I'm interested to hear what it is and why you think it's interesting.
So if those two were hanging out in that room disguised as students, and they were in fact snake people, does that mean that there are students on the campus who are in fact snake people secretly in the school?
It's possible, but I don't think it's likely for a few reasons.
Okay.
Unless they are willing to go completely undercover and attend classes and do tests and meet with teachers, many of whom, just as a matter of course, passively detect magic around them. It's very possible that their illusions were simply a added measure of security in case they were discovered, such as you did. They likely, in the face of possibly less inquisitive or insightful students, might have simply passed themselves off as lollygaggers or layabouts.
Okay, I just
But
wanted
I
to,
appreciate your concern.
I just wanted to, make sure.
And do we know anyone who knows the woman who passed away in there?
We will examine it, but we have not actually had any, with one exception that you know of, we have not had any students go missing in the last little while, so it's very possible that these individuals, they may be of a criminal persuasion, simply had a falling out with one of their own number.
Oh.
I have met more than one criminal in my time who is very flippant with the lives of their employees.
Disposable friends.
You did mention that there was some sort of laboratory for experimentation in there. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
It's possible the deceased woman saw something she was not meant to.
Oh.
You say she died with a look of fright upon her face, but no visible wounds of any kind?
Yeah.
I know of several spells that invoke phantasms that can force their victims to see the thing they are most afraid of, and that can cause heart failure from sheer terror. So, and that is not a simple spell. We are going to have to observe this building carefully in case whoever cast that spell returns. They could potentially be quite dangerous.
Right.
Though I imagine they may already be aware of their hideout being compromised.
Well, I think you're right about them being super powerful, because I kind of ran into one of their traps, and holy smokes, it would have really rocked my shit had I not kind of gotten out of it.
He smiles at your language. He pushes forward to you guys a little bowl of candies. He's got, like the equivalent of Milwaukee Expanse whirlers.
Oh.
He's actually, I should point out too, I may not have mentioned this previously, but based on his art, because of it, I think he's got some elvish heritage. This guy looks young, and he's quite charming looking.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Professor.
Very nice.
I feel like kind of like takes one of the candies and like pops it around.
Wow, this is becoming rapidly inappropriate. No, please.
But yeah, no.
There will be no abuse of positions of power and pyrodynamics in this school, thank you.
Here,
Wow.
here.
We have a very aggressive HR department, because this is a fantasy world, and that happens.
Oh, so they have the money for an AR department,
Not a
HR
nurse.
department, but not a fucking nurse?
Not a nurse? No nurse?
I mean, I can kind of take that role at this point.
On second thought, he's not that attractive after all.
Hey, he's not in charge of hiring practices. Take up with the school admin.
There are board meetings he could be attending, and is he? Doubtful.
No, he's
Doubtful.
wandering,
He's
gathering
barely even at the
stories.
school.
This is true.
Nobody
He's
likes
the cool
to play.
teacher.
He has like a motorcycle. He teaches through
Yara.
comic
We all
books.
like
Oh god, I had a teacher who owned a motorcycle and was
He's
like
got a
that in
basilisk
college.
leather jacket.
The worst.
Oh God,
Anyway.
Staragon.
He a little magical bell in the corner of his office starts ringing entirely. It's on its own. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but I have another appointment." So I look forward to hearing what occurs with the other half of your investigation.
Yes, Griffintown.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So he also says you do all look a little drained. Perhaps take the rest of the day off and start fresh tomorrow morning.
Sounds great to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get your spells back.
Yeah, I'm going to go
we
do
can,
my
we
swim.
can maybe go get some food.
I'm just ready for a cat nap. Although food sounds really good right
You could take an extra
Think
long
about-
cat nap.
Think about how good that nap is gonna feel on like a full tummy.
As you're walking away and you guys are discussing, he says, "I think there's fresh fish today in the cafeteria."
First fish, I'm there.
Avi's
Yeah.
puttering along as fast as her short little legs.
So yeah, today is in fact seafood day at the cafeteria, and while they have selection for people who don't necessarily like to eat fish, but they have quite a spread of fish things today. They've got fresh river fish. They've got sizzling prawns. They have some escargot with lots of extra butter. Even for some, those who are of the particular persuasion, they even have some specially prepared kind of like river glider bugs. They're not actually fish, but they're like, yeah, they're water adjacent. And that is what, an hour and 13 minutes for food?
Very nice. Ophelia. I'm okay, guys. I'm gonna go back to the dorm. She doesn't go inside.
Ophelia, do you want some poultry?
No.
Choco turns and slowly looks at you, Igora.
You're not poultry. You're a
No.
terror bird.
Aerith looks at you with a full mouth and looks up. Are you sure you don't want any of this fish? It is really good.
Ophelia, I'll bring you back something more to your
Yeah,
liking.
she leaves. She can't. She can't.
Avi goes in on those river bugs, and also probably some prawns because those are technically bugs.
Is
They're
there
crispy and salted.
is there crab legs?
There are a variety of crab legs.
All
I mean, those
right.
are just big bugs too.
Will's
And
just
they are crayfish skewers.
like
in a special peanut butter sauce.
oh well, like their player.
And in a flash,
So,
Aerith gives a great depiction of how Garfield just engulfs the entire lasagna with just plates full of fish and everything that she just loves.
Like their player, upon seeing all you can eat crab legs, Igora eats their body weight in crab legs.
Roll for shellfish allergy.
Watch it be-
Will can live in a fantasy where they don't have a peanut allergy.
I could.
What was I was gonna say? The Garfield comic I saw recently. It's just Garfield like, I love Olive Garden so much. I wish Italy was real.
Yeah. I've seen that. Oh my god.
Man, I wish
Olive.
Italians were real.
Olive Garden.
Endless breadsticks, my foot.
Will's
Oh,
hatred for
they'll
Olive
give it
Garden.
to ya. They'll give it to ya.
On a side
They
note,
don't
Matt,
stop coming
if
and they
the
don't
kitchen's
sorry.
not too busy, Igor will jump in there into the back of it quickly and just like cook up Ophelia something like not fish related.
Oh.
I'm gonna draw Garfield saying, man,
Roll
I
for
wish Italians were
seasoning.
real.
I would like to cook one paimon.
Aw, not the emergency food.
No, actually, we'll give you a crafting check.
Oh Jesus, this is not going to go well.
You don't have cooking lore, so this is the best we can do.
If only I had library lore.
Maybe you'll have read about it.
Recipe book?
Ooh.
What were you trying to make?
Unfortunately, you try cooking up just like a sandwich or something, but it's not necessarily your fault so much. It's busy in the kitchen, and you've kind of intruded, and you feel a little awkward, so you stumble a little bit. You burn the bread a little bit for the sandwich, and you get sauce kind of dripping out of the side. It's a functional meal. It just doesn't look great.
Well, plan B, Igor jumps on the back of Choco, takes the sandwich, is eating the sandwich because they're not wasting food, runs into town, gets Ophelia some nice stuff, comes back.
Into town for that?
You make effort for friends. You
He
make
does.
effort for friends. All right. While this was all going on, Ophelia, were you wanting to do anything particular at the dorm?
Yeah. So that little like pond outside of our dorm, I remember we planted some flowers there, and we planted that berry bush. I just wanted to do a little bit of gardening.
Okay.
Check how everything's doing over there.
Give me a nature check.
I'm re-rolling that.
Is this
Oh, the hero point?
Is this your first time in the garden since we planted the tree?
No?
Okay. I was just like,
Why? Oh.
because Igor is slide.
No, I'll keep it.
Yeah, things are going well. You know, the flowers are not fully grown yet. They're not in bloom. But they are growing strong, and they're spreading out around the pond. The bush is poking up. It's going to need more time. It's been a bit of a dry spot a little recently, so you need a little rain before you really start to get some fruit. But considering the amount of time that you guys have been here at the school now, they're growing strong.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, various dorm mates have complimented you on it. Anchor Root has tried to add some like medicinal herbs, but for whatever reason they're not taken as well. You think they might need to be like greenhoused. They're real delicate things. So, but yeah, eventually you guys finish your meal. Eventually Igor gets back. He's got I don't know, the equivalent of Magambia Subway for you or something.
Oh, did they make something in the cafeteria that wasn't fish?
Yes, your Igor eats is here.
Thank you.
No worries.
You didn't have to do that.
I mean, honestly, when y'all are fed, it just usually works out better for me. So yeah, I did.
And I'm rolling something real quick myself. It is the equivalent of a teriyaki chicken sandwich.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, this is good.
On herb, Italian herb.
Enjoy.
I love that.
I just
Yeah,
told
but now
them
I'm
to.
hungry.
I just told them to make something trendy that a humanoid would like, and then he heads off.
It's not a human.
Oh my gosh.
Humanoid.
How do you know I like trends?
So if you guys have nothing else you want to accomplish today, you can retire your 2 dorms.
Can I seek out Anchor Root at the dorms?
Let's see. Anchor Root at this hour turns out is doing a special project. So they are out this evening.
I don't want to interrupt their special project. Do I learn the nature and whereabouts of said special project?
You learn it is you're not sure where on the campus, but apparently they are doing some horticulture experiments with bioluminescent plants.
That sounds
Oh,
bomb.
I will leave her to it and maybe chit chat with her in the morning, I suppose.
Igora goes and leaves Gama and Choco in the dorm to hang out with people. He goes and does his lap around the school.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about you all, but I think I'm ready for some cat nap. You know, it's been a very long day of misfortune and pain and crying, but I think I would like to stretch out and take a big stretch. And how about you, Bob? I know you're sleepy, so yes, we really must go to our dorm and take a nap. So we're gonna go see y'all now. Bye. And
I
then,
want
of course,
Wait.
Aerith slams the door, avoiding any other confrontation.
Bob wants some sunflower seeds.
Okay. Aerith opens up the door small and slightly and just comes out awkwardly and just goes, "Hey, Bob would like some sunflower seeds."
There's some snacks in my room. For Benji. Benji's been hoarding snacks in there.
Actually, give me a perception check. Anyone who's interested in the seeds.
Can we have a sleepover? Oh my gosh.
My
my
thing is
roll.
gone.
You-
I will
you-
roll.
You guys rolled over 10 because I wasn't. This was a thing. You do know the fact that Ankrut has a bird feeder outside that has sunflowers in it.
Aerith looks outside and sees that it's just dark. I think the sleepover sounds like a very good idea. Now, if I can pull up my screen to roll a perception check, that would be amazing, but I think I clicked out of something where it just does not exist right now.
I'm sure Ankaru wouldn't mind if we borrowed some sunflower seeds.
What do you think, Bob? Should we just risk going outside again? Bob squeaks with affirmation. Earth just sighs and just goes, "All right, I hope we just don't run into any other things out there." Probably jinxing herself in the process.
I'll go with you just in case there's some icky nasty.
The darkness blinks at you and opens its maw wide. No.
Just zones out into the darkness.
Dancing lights?
I do have dancing lights that can work.
Dancing lights?
Really quick side note, I actually cannot see my screen where it shows any of the rolls. So
Could you try reloading the page?
I might reload it. Give me
Yeah.
a moment. Yes.
Let's see.
If
So
you
for the sleepover, we're getting sunflower seeds. I already have a couple of pastries. I know Benji's really liked these cupcakes that we made, so I don't know if there are any of those left in there, but I know there's some. Avi, what kind of snacks do you want?
Oh, I'm just hoping Aerith gets some seeds for Bob.
17.
I have
I got
eaten my fill.
But midnight snack?
So what are you looking for with your perception check?
Well, is there any dangerous creatures out there that I hope that I don't of course meet with Bob trying to get some wonderful sunflower seeds for my very hungry boy?
As you step outside, approaching the bird feeder for some sunflower seeds, movement off to the side in the darkness does catch your eye, and a great shape bigger than you looms out of the darkness. And it's just the ground. It's just the Knoll groundskeeper with his shovel over his shoulder. Just walks by, waves at you, keeps walking.
I just stand there and just keeps pointing and just fear, and just kind of stutters and just stares at him.
That Mr.
And then I just start walking back awkwardly with just my seats like this.
Yeah, he's just heading back to his residence for the evening.
Wave at him.
Bird.
Super enthusiastic. Yes.
I'm sure you're a very nice person, but I'm just gonna go ahead and turn around and just make my way to my dorm. And my cattail is tucked in between my legs and just slowly making my way back to the dorm. All of this just for Bob. Just for Bob. Just for Bob. And then I'm hoping that I make it back to the dorm nice and safely.
Okay. Did we all go outside?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It's not such a big deal stepping outside your dorm room, guys.
Such a scary thing.
It is a big deal
It's
when you've
scary for
encountered
Aaron.
golems and snake people and a rock people in the beginning
Does
of
anyone-
everything.
She has a point.
Does anyone try to drown Igoro while they're working out tonight?
Not tonight.
Roll
tonight.
for it.
Roll me a perception check, though, Will.
If you spell applesauce with a B, you could call it
Yeah,
applesauce.
Nothing seems out of the ordinary to you.
Cool.
There seem to be less river bugs on the water today, though.
I
Makes
mean-
sense. They were serving them in the calf.
Exactly.
So, next order of business, I suppose, would be to make a sleep nest. For the most part, Benji has one in my room, but I think we could make a really big one for all of us.
The girls are having a sleepover tonight. We're doing face masks. We're
All right,
doing.
I'm just gonna throw out the rest of the information for
Oh,
tonight.
no, that's fine.
That's it.
I don't actually have my physical book. It's over there. It's fine. No, go ahead.
Good.
Roll for applying makeup to each other.
Roll for how? That's such an interesting premise for a bat, a cat, and a timeless elf person. That's not a natty one.
I mean, you all are physically, you're like all very different. One is small, furry, and has webbed wings. One is an elf, so probably, glossy skin, glossy hair, lovely sparkling eyes. And one is covered in fur with claws.
I think Ophelia tried to do
Liner on
like eyebrows. Like I think she went for like a brow look, and Avi just looks like a chav. You know what I mean?
While this is happening, Igora, you find some, the equivalent of beach guys by the bank, and they challenge you to some arm wrestling and stuff.
If I may, I was just going to go drinking with Shazari tonight.
Well, he's drinking in his dorm room because
Fine.
he's trying to keep his activities on the down low. And if he knows if he goes into town, people will talk. So you can come back to the dorm room and drink with him there. But
Yeah.
at first, you must pass these guys who are all about their muscles and stuff, and they want to arm wrestle you.
Okay. I'm not really
Give me an
strong.
athletics check.
Listen, y'all, I'm honestly a middle management Avenger. I'm not actually all that physically strong. I just put
Hey, bro.
myself through the ringer to try to be better.
Gamma to arm wrestle.
I'm hearing a lot of talk and not a lot of athletics.
Oh!
You wanna arm wrestle, bro? Let's go.
I have a
Let's
-1
go right here,
to
right now.
athletics. Igor's strength is negative.
And you know what? Well, they handily beat you in the arm wrestling thing, but they don't care about that. They care that you squared up and accepted their challenge.
Just like,
And they do a little chant around you and give you a lot of high fives and stuff.
You know,
I have
this
now
is
created
very much
the Magambi
reminding-
equivalent. Sorry?
this is very much reminding Igoro of home, and it's making him uncomfortable.
Well, you have found the Magambia equivalent of the Body Improvement Club.
Oh, Jesus.
Excellent.
They are the most supportive, manly dudes. Maybe not a lot of things in their heads, but
Head empty.
hearts full.
Muscles full.
Muscles.
They give you a little piece of paper saying the next time they're meeting up to work out and saying no pressure, man. You go in strength.
How
And
wholesome.
they all take off at a jog.
Little cultish, huh?
Well, everything's a little cultish
What
if
is
you have
this,
enthusiasm.
CrossFit?
CrossFit is a cult. You can't convince me otherwise.
But,
Does Igor go by our room? Go by my room.
I mean, he'll probably walk by it on the way, on his way back from Shazari's room when he's a little bit drunk. I have a little I have a dumb thing I want to do.
Okay. Well, we'll go back to the sleepover, then we can do your dumb thing.
Yeah.
Sleepover. What's the next activity?
Well, we made makeovers. We made a nest. Do we wanna do outfits? Do we wanna do different outfits? I've got fabric and hats and all these things.
Oh,
Or we could.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I've never done a sleepover. When do we sleep?
Oh. Never.
What? What? Ophelia, I'm so tired.
No. You do stuff till you pass out, and you don't
Okay.
go to sleep. You you pass out.
Aerith is just sort of sitting there, no, of course, not moving at all as she is flung back on her seat and just.
See, Aerith gets it.
Oh, okay. I got it. Flops back. Oh.
Get him next time.
Agate probably curls up in Ophelia's lap and like keeps her company.
Ophelia starts scribbling furiously in a journal.
Oh.
You hear giggling, a lot of giggling.
All right, what's going on with you?
Emmett, when does the pillow fight start?
We've got enough fighting for today, okay?
Mm.
I think you only have to say Bloody Mary once, right?
I thought it was 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times. It's 3 times. In a mirror, specifically.
Anyway, so what is going on out in the hall with Igura? What's going on with that?
Well, this probably wouldn't happen until much later in the night.
Oh, don't say that about my mom.
You are sleeping. I'm scribbling.
But probably at some point you hear Igora walking by, just like lightly humming to themselves, like gather up all the dudes, it's time to drink Shazari's brew. Students, we eternally challenging their studies, and just like drinking as they go along, singing. I may have rewritten parts of Bink Sake into like a drunk singing Shazari song. But yeah, so that's
now
the
you made me
snippet.
sad.
That's the snippet y'all get. That's the snippet y'all get for now.
That was great.
So cute! Oh my gosh. Ophelia kind of hears it and is like, did he write that?
Is he stealing my bit?
Oh.
He's gonna have to teach me that. We gotta sing it together.
That's better than I took it, yeah.
I'll get the parody done eventually.
Is he stealing my bit? Ophelia has a knife over you.
We got to have words from
You know,
boy.
this happened to me in the cult too. I'm surprisingly okay with this.
Oh,
Oh. Oh no.
wow.
I think that's everybody asleep, right?
Yeah.
Ophelia probably falls asleep scribbling.
Aw.
So, moving along to the next day. So, just as to reiterate, the task before you now is to locate the source of these griffins and maybe figure out what the heck was up with them just flying freely, because griffins don't usually come into the city. They do not do that. Even people with a cursory knowledge know that. So something a little odd's going on here. But it is up to you guys to decide how to pursue this question.
Well,
So you can have a discussion over breakfast if you like.
we had a clue, right, about where like griffins, like there's like a griffin sanctuary or zoo in the city or something.
Well, here, I'll put it to you this way. Let's see. So you guys, people who are trained in nature already know that griffins don't approach urban areas unless they've been acclimatized to humanoids. Is anyone trained in society?
Yes.
All right, so you would know without even a check.
Yes.
that many people in Nantambu capture and domesticate animals for use as guards, mounts, and pets, looking at Igora. Griffins are exceedingly difficult to capture and harder to domesticate, so it's not just something that you can do on a whim. This difficulty, combined with the distinct appearance of the griffins that attack the Ananis, means finding the right place is a matter of narrowing down the options.
Well, and we did see that they had tags on them. They had little, like, ankle tags.
If you guys want, you could do a diplomacy check around campus and around town to gather information.
Sure.
I wonder if the market. Remember we went to that market and there was a lady that sold us the Ojiferis chicks?
Oh, yeah, McKenna.
Yeah. McKenna. What a beautiful name. I wonder if she knows anything about these griffins. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
You guys can go and ask. Admittedly, this is, you're asking information for free, so if anyone would like to give me a diplomacy check to, try and sweet talk them.
I will leave that to the diplomatic folks. $21 for both of them.
All right. So, you guys learn that, you turned out you had to wait like 2 days apparently for this lady to come back. She was away or something. But you learn that, let's see, you are directed to an animal trader by the name of Oba Ez. And she owns a place called Oba's Wondrous Creatures. And she has been operating this place for years.
We've heard of this place. It is like a Nantambu. It's kind of on the outskirts of
Yes. Mostly because, the idea is to obviously keep possibly these dangerous animals away from densely populated areas. So it is on the outskirts of the city.
Can I make a Nantambu lore check to
Sure.
maybe see if I've heard anything about how this woman operates and what kind of person she is?
Sure.
Nantambu lore. Nope. I have. You know what? I have a hero point. I'll use it.
You do.
Well.
But the block text has no DC, so I have no reason not to give it to you now that you're not critically failing. And plus this is a pretty well-known shop because it is fairly unique in the area. Oba's Wondrous Creatures, she's been operating it for years. She makes good profits for trading and capturing and training animals that are rare in settlements. She's a very prideful woman. She takes a lot of pride in her work and in her collection, and thus also expects a high price for most of her extraordinary creatures. Her big problem, and the thing that's kind of made her a little infamous around town, is that the prices she expects are too much for most interested buyers. She's sort of almost like preemptively positioning herself only for the most high-end of clients. So this unfortunately means that her actual sales of the creatures, where people come and take them away, are kind of far between. So she has had to create sort of an area where she can keep and house and feed these creatures for possibly extended periods of time.
Wow.
So on top of her stress, you hear that recently, you've heard rumors that some prized animals of hers have gone missing.
No. Which one?
Very
Um,
interesting. Hazard, I
Yeah,
guess.
do you investigate and ask which ones?
Yeah.
Apparently some people said, oh, I heard, she had this trio of wonderful looking griffins that went missing.
What do you know?
What do you
Wait.
Isn't that crazy?
Didn't one
Whoever
fly
was
away?
bleeding.
Another thing you learn that some people are more than happy to tell you guys, possibly because they notice the kind of outfits you guys are wearing, Oba has never liked the Magambia. She thinks that the people who go there and the people who teach here see themselves as better than the common folk. Because they rely on magic to do all their work. They don't they don't get their hands dirty. They don't know the meaning of an honest day's work.
It might
That's
be
a
best
bold
to go.
statement for someone who only sells to like the upper echelons, the elite.
Upon
be-
discovering this information, Igor is going to take off their Magambia gear and put back on their cultist travel gear.
Stealth mission.
Same here. Or at the
Right.
very least, don't make it, visually obvious that we go to the Magambia.
All right. Do you guys want to head there, or do you want to gather more information in town? What do you want to do?
What are her weaknesses? No, just kidding. Sounds better.
Yeah, we might as well head
Well,
there.
maybe
Let's
She has a
just-
really poor poison resist. No.
Maybe we can come up with a plan. Like, maybe we come and we ask, like, oh, we're just looking to do a good deed, and we heard you had some important things go missing, or we're here to help. Maybe
No,
we play that
I
angle.
That is exactly what we should do. But we should pose us going there as we need a companion for Choco of equal excellence. That's why we're going. And her prices are very high, so we'd like to haggle a bit by helping her find her lost animals.
Okay.
Choco's reached that age, where his mind turns to certain things.
Now you're just encouraging.
I'm just petting.
Murder.
I'm just Igor's just petting Choco and be like, eventually you'll turn into a dragon.
There won't. I mean, like
He turns and
we'll
looks
never
at you with his
find-
head tilted.
We'll never find a creature of the same excellence as Choco. Choco's great, but that's what we're gonna say to her, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's believable.
I just look at Avi. Avi. That means that we are going to lie to another person.
Well,
We're not lying.
maybe you guys can do the lying.
Okay.
We're not lying. I'd love to buy a creature.
That's true.
I'm just saying this now. We are going in there under dishonest pretense.
Well, we don't know for a fact that she's the one who sucked the griffins on the Magambia. They could have genuinely been stolen. So technically, it's only dishonest if she herself set the griffins on the Magambia.
And if that is the case, we gank her.
Honest she is.
Yeah.
Everyone casually just ignoring Will's attention at murder.
So we go talk to her?
Okay.
All right.
You guys make your way to the outskirts of the city. You find a big sign written in bold and colorful letters, Oba's Wondrous Creatures. There is a small kind of house followed by a loose fence, but it's actually a pretty wide area with lots of trees inside. It's sort of like a very natural, almost kind of zoo area. It's got trees inside the enclosure. But you guys come to what's sort of like the office or the negotiating house at the front. You pass through the front door. An elegantly styled woman sits behind a desk, swiftly counting coins and writing notes in a ledger. A few cages contain rare birds and lizards fill the shelves behind her. She kind of looks up, quickly takes you all in. For a moment, her eyes specifically look at Igora, look him up and down and narrow a little bit, and then her eyes widen where she looks to Igora, and then back to Avi, and then back to Ophelia, and her eyes kind of widen and then narrow, and her brow froze like, you're the ones.
We're the ones.
Why would you harm such beautiful, expensive, majestic, and expensive creatures?
Oh.
They
Well,
kind of killed someone. Like, immediately.
They immediately
And she
killed
just
them.
launches into this long list of complaints against the Magambia, its students, their effect on the economy.
Wait, shut up then and
I just look over to Ophelia, Avi, and Aerith, and it's like, permission to deal with the Karen?
No.
Well,
Because I don't
She's
think
not a
it's
Karen.
so
This is
very
her
nicely.
business.
we actually came here to make it better.
Would you guys like to try and calm her down?
Yes.
We want my Disney customer service is coming.
There you go. There it is.
There's 2 ways to do this. There's a diplomacy or a deception.
I'm more
Both
diplomatic.
are the same for me. Both are the same.
I'm going to use my hero point on that one.
Both are the same for me, but bad.
Go ahead and do
There we go, that's
diplomacy on
better.
that one.
Okay.
Avi just makes herself as small as possible, which is saying something because she is considerably small already.
Listen, as a fellow exotic animal lover, I can understand the loss of an animal, but sometimes when they begin killing sentient things, you have to deal with them. I just kind of like quickly cover Gama's ears, unless it's like, you know, a fae eating a fae thing. That's fine, but you know.
Igora! That's... we need to talk about this, but not right now.
And she eventually sort of lost steam and just kind of sits down in her chair. She still seems rather cold to you guys, but she's no longer, you know, stabbing you with her eyes.
Also, how did you know that we were the ones who had to deal with the griffin attack?
Believe me, word gets around when Magambia students do anything.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
That's annoying.
Oh, you think it's annoying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
You
annoying.
think I enjoy hearing about it?
You
Oh,
shouldn't
did you
have
hear
to.
what the Magambias did this? The Magambias turned a chamber pot into gold.
That does sound like a pretty shite project.
She does go on to eventually sort of like explain that the morning of the attack, somehow the griffins got loose. This is unusual because the griffins actually were housed in 3 like separate adjacent cages. And yeah, one cage might failing, getting old and rusty, and the griffin breaking out might be happen. 2, pretty unlikely. 3, all at the same time?
Do you mind if we take a look at the cages?
Somebody-
To see
Give
if
me a
there's
quick
any
second
evidence
here.
of tampering?
Let me just kill real quick here. You know what? Give me another diplomacy check. This one is slightly better. She's cooled down. But if you guys want to, you know, start poking around her lot.
20.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, you know what? Igora, for some reason, she kind of looks at you, hears your request to check out her lot of dangerous animals, and a little smile curls at the corner of her lips. She's like, okay, you know what? Fine. Gets you guys out of my face for a little bit, and maybe come at bonus, maybe gets to the bottom of this. Go ahead. And she kind of sort of just stomps the ground, and a door behind her kind of just creaks open a little bit. Go ahead, but if you kill any more of my prized animals, we are going to have words, and maybe with a magistrate.
Okay.
I actually don't remember. Of the 3, did we kill?
Yeah,
Did we kill one? Or
We got 2.
We got
Yeah,
two.
one of them flew away.
one of them flew away? Okay, yeah. Whoops.
Oopsies.
Also, on the way out, y'all, remind me to talk to her. The feathers of those griffins had a wonderful luster to them. I want to figure out what she's feeding them, because I want to put Choco on a similar diet.
That's a bold.
Raw diet.
All right. And you know what? At this point, I think it would be cool for you guys to get a glimpse at the lot. It's a big map, so I am going to. I don't know if there's dynamic lighting for this one.
There might be.
Ooh. This is cool.
I'm assuming we start at B1, Matt.
Yes, the entrance. A path leads about 30 feet past the shop, through a sturdy gate and into an expansive fenced area filled with trees, cages, and sheds. A few wide paths lead through the area, and the smell of animals is unmistakable if you've ever been to a zoo.
Yeah.
A large hemispherical cage to the north stands empty. Boards have been pulled away from a nearby shed. From the east comes the sound of several animals squawking.
Ooh.
Okay. Did she say which of the cages the griffins were in?
She did not.
She said that they were 3 in a row, but also I still can't see the map.
Technically, it's actually apparently only. This is possibly a weird little typo. There were 3 griffins in the thing, but all the text seems to indicate there was only 2. I don't know if I've not read ahead far enough or something, but.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
So yeah, which do you guys want to go a little north? There's a larger cage labeled B2. There's some smaller ones in the middle labeled B3.
For what it's worth, Matt, we can't see the labels.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what direction do you guys want to head?
Empty cages. I don't know how big is this place. Huge.
Yeah, let's head just to like the middle
see.
section here.
Couple of empty cages, yes.
My map is flying all over the place. Oh, you've taken off the lighting? Okay.
Nope.
Maybe over here, just because I see some debris and detritus.
Yeah.
You guys are heading to the B2?
Yeah.
Okay. The large open cage bears a wooden sign reading Tigers 3.
Well, that's just fantastic.
A wooden shed to the southwest has several boards torn from it, and bits of chewed leather harnesses and collars are strewn about. A canvas tent to the northwest is torn open, with several large chunks of meat spilling from it. The meat reeks of rot.
Tigers. Rot?
Yeah. If you guys want to examine the tent with the spilling meat coming out of it, nature survival check.
I want to investigate over here with the... I'm assuming this is where, like, the chewed leather bridles are.
Yeah, and that's also, I think, where the meat is coming out, too.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Then I will do...
Hello?
Both of them are the same for me, so...
Y'all smart people do
It was
your
a
thing.
nature or survival.
Natural survival, to examine this strange meat and such.
Ooh, 24 for survival.
Ooh.
Also, for a separate issue, people can roll me a perception.
Okay.
Alrighty.
As because you guys are in the area.
Hi, that never happens to me.
Okay, so in amongst all those checks, there were enough successes to get 2 interesting pieces of information. You guys look at the meat for one thing, and you realize that this meat probably wasn't the best quality to begin with, but now that it's been kind of exposed to the sun and the air and stuff, it's gone pretty bad pretty quick. But the more curious thing is the holes in this kind of tent's side that has allowed the meat to be exposed to the elements. Contrary to what you might have assumed originally, doesn't look like it was made by claws. These are clean, straight cuts.
Interesting.
I don't like that.
And also, I don't think I just mentioned this a second ago, the meat seems like it's not that rotten. It's obviously gone bad to the extent that don't want to eat it, but it's still reasonably kind of like fresh rot. This is recent, very recent.
And it is meat, right? Like,
yeah, it's like,
it's not like an animal that has died.
No, this is like slices and cuts of meats, probably what was used to feed the tigers that are supposed to be in that cage.
Okay.
And
So
on that
now
note, as you
tigers are
guys,
loose too?
as you guys are, sitting down pondering this, for a second everything seems to be kind of quiet suddenly, and then somewhere nearby you hear a deep, throaty growl and a rumble.
Oh.
I
And
rolled a nat 20
then
where that
you
growling is coming from.
then you hear a second one, rumbling and growling deep in the throat. And that is where we're going to end things this week, as you guys might hear some leaves shifting in the bushes.
Wait, I've seen this
Here we
one.
go again.
Gamma, I choose you.
We're not supposed to
Dun,
fight
Dun, 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 dun,
or we're gonna
dun,
be in
dun,
so
dun,
much
dun.
trouble.
All right, but my friends, thank you so much for coming to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands AP. Don't forget to check out our many other shows, like the League of Amazing Adventurers on Wednesday, and the Calling Chronicle on Friday. And if you want to see some non-tabletop RPG content, tomorrow night we're continuing our playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn. And then on Saturday, we will have our lovely happy run of Elden Ring with me and Matt in our Salt and Sorcery series. I'm very proud of that name.
Oh, let's see if I can survive another session of sitting for 4 hours.
Oh.
I believe in you. And then, yeah, on Sunday we're going to
I'm
do
old.
something else. We'll find out what that is, though, when we come to it. So, thank you all so much for coming. Don't forget to check out our other shows. I'm going to see if anyone we know is online. Let's see. We did
Big Pick is here.
We did Nat 20 last week, so let's go give Third Action a raid this week. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming. Don't forget to check out our other shows, and we will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
3, 2...